Speaking of, you do not have to be perfect. I don't know when I said that last, but speaking of it, okay, so I'm going to read this to you really quickly, and then I'm going to expand upon it in under 5 minutes. So putting it all together, the daily core of activities, this new habitual habit, daily pattern, your priority list. Come hell or high water, this has to be done every day, everything else, if there's time. So here we go. Putting it all together, do all the core profit producing activities every day, build efficiency. So what took you 5 minutes to do will take you 1 minute to do. What took you two, so you can do 10 instead of 2 in that same amount of time. Something like that. That was brilliant, Tom. Okay, so you might find it takes you 5 minutes to send out 2 invitations, for example. And then a week from now, because you do it every day, you're sending out 5 invitations in 5 minutes. And eventually 20 invitations in 5 minutes like I am. So you got to start where you're at. Get in it. Get in where you're at right now. Got to get in where you're planted so you can grow from there. Some cliche thing like that, however true. And it's like that all the way around, okay? So these little 5-minute blocks of time, 2-minute blocks of time, maybe you have a day where you got 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It's going to take you a while to get your groove down, no matter how conceptually simple this is. I'm good at it. That's because I was willing to suck at it at first. So you have to be willing to suck at it at first and to run into all kinds of problems, and your efficiency is going to suck. You have to be willing to start there, and you'll get better with the daily practice. And it really is conceptually that simple. I was a straight D student in school, and I took special ed classes, or my parents had me take that, and I got held back a year in grade school, and I still barely passed anything. And I have no experience in building a business, none whatsoever. I didn't have any of the things thought of that you need, either monetarily or resourcefully in my brain, that people think of that you need to be able to create success. All I had was a good heartbeat and incredibly hungry, so hungry, that I would just do whatever it took to learn. When I learn something new, I typically have to go over it again and again, repetitiously, over and over, and then I might get it. I mean, that's just the way that it is. My first video that I made, for those of you that are afraid of that, I did 100 takes until I finally made one that was and I put it out there anyway. And now, thousands of videos later, almost all of them are one-take videos. Most of the videos for this training, this whole training sequence was one take. But if you want to be good at something, you have to get started. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. Another cliche thing, but it's so freaking true. So putting it all together, you're going to invite every day 5-minute blocks of time on the potty at work, whatevs. Invite every day, use products so you can be the proof it works every day, put attractive content out there every day so you gain some traction. Eventually, you'll have people regularly starting the conversation with you. What else? Expand your network, make new friends, build new contacts every day. And then we've got, what's that other one? Oh yeah, personal development every single day. So all 5 of those things complement each other, and you do those every day. It's going to give you incredible feedback as to what you're strong at, what you're weak at. You build on your strengths, but the daily core activities, you got to be able to do it at a minimal level. So then if there's something that you're not good at that's keeping you back, you know what you need to study more on and take more trainings of and get more help with. And then as you develop your strengths, you can spend more time and scale up on those. Like if there's something you're doing that you notice, I'm getting bigger paychecks and making more money from this than that, then you know to spend most of your time on that thing that gets you the bigger paychecks. But at the same time, you've also got to recognize what you need to bone up on that might be keeping you back as well. So putting it all together, those are the things. Write it down on a piece of paper. That's what I did. And my to-do list is in a template document on a Word document. And then I got a bunch of lines below those for other things to fill out the day with, because the day changes, different things need to be done. And all that other stuff is if there's time, right? And then eventually, here's the beautiful thing. As you faithfully do this and you build residual passive money, you will have more time. You'll emerge at some point in the future where you have more free time. And then you can do those other things that maybe you didn't have time for later. And you'll be able to afford these things that maybe you couldn't afford. And you'll be able to give more to charities more, or start your own charity. But it's all about putting it all together, doing those things every day. And if you want to get there faster, you just double up on your numbers. As you have time, you may not have time, just start with whatever you have.